wank like a tree, and get out of here.
Get out of here. Come on, get out of here. Get out of here. Come on, get out of here. Beat it. Beat it. Beat it. Get out of here.
Get out of here. Get the fuck up and get out of here.
Hey!
Get the fuck out of here.
Get out of my house, fucker.
Get him out of here.
Get out of here.
Get the fuck out of here!
Get out of here.
Now get the fuck out!
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Get the fuck out!
Get out.
Get out of here.
Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Go, get the fuck out of here.
Just get the fuck out of my house!
Get the fuck out of here.
Just get the fuck up and get the fuck out of here!
Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out!
Get out.
Shut up!
Get out of my life.
You get the fuck out now! Get him out!
Well, whoop-de-doo. Get out.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Now all of you, get the fuck out!
That is out of here, mister!
I want to move forward. Let the past be bygones.
Fine with me.
Why don't you make like a tree? And get the fuck out of here.
Here we
What's
are.
up, guys? We're live. How's everybody doing?
For once in a million years. So we do recorded videos, and Alan's been busy as hell, and Johnny's been getting killed. It's just, it's finally, it
One
seems
thing
like
after
forever.
another.
Everything's changed, by the way, with this fucking apparatus. The intro, like, music's different. Everything's different.
Yeah.
But we figured it out.
And we got Todd here, Riverman, kind enough to join us tonight.
Yeah.
Hey,
So,
what's
appreciate
going
you
on,
coming.
y'all? Riverman here from Revival House, and yeah, it's good to be on board. I've listened to you guys for years now, and I'm huge into physical media, and I've been following you guys, and it's great to be on board, man. I really appreciate you letting me be on board.
Absolutely, man. We were on your channel last night, man. We had a blast. Y'all sure go and check that out. I'll try to link it below when we're done here.
The non-PC version. Go ahead and check that out over at Revival House. I won't be invited back.
Hey,
but,
you fit in well, Brad.
yeah, well, it's a good time, and I've been in your guys' chats, and it's just funny. Like, I've seen you in Alan's chats forever,
Mhm.
and it's like I always thought you were like fucking Nordic or something.
Oh, you're really
And like didn't hardly speak English or something.
Okay.
I didn't even know you had a channel.
yeah,
And then I go, well, Rival House, what is it? Riverman.
yeah.
Is that the same Riverman? And I was like, yeah, it looks the same. And that's just weird. Like my channel's called the 4K Tent Revival. I had no fucking idea. But you guys have been around forever, for a long time.
In 2012, yeah, we were originally
Okay.
called Behind the Mask, and then we kind of evolved. We've done a lot of different things, but yeah, 2012, we've been around podcasting. So
Riverman Todd does a kind of a variety pop culture. It's mostly movies, but they get into music and all things 90s. It's a really good show. They do watch-alongs. They do rankings.
Yep.
Random stuff. Definitely worth checking out for sure. Todd and his hetero life mate Aaron do it together, and you can tell they've been best friends since they could crawl. So they argue. If they were in the same room, they'd probably get in fist fights.
Yeah.
So it's one of the few streams I actually watch. Not that I'm Joe Cool or Mr. Hip, but I hate modern physical media channels. Most of them.
Mhm.
They're so fake. It's phony. It's bullshit. Anyway, not my channel. We're not going to get into naming names as much as I'd like to, but they're good guys over there, and I definitely recommend it. And like I said, it's just I don't know how I didn't find it after, it's been around forever, and somehow I missed it. And they got a long catalog of commentaries. Definitely stuff to check out. So,
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of YouTubers out there that I'm just discovering now that they've been around forever. So it's crazy, the community, man, physical media and movie.
No doubt, man. Let's see what we got out there in the chat. And I've been at the beach since about 8 o'clock this morning, so I'm pretty fried.
Nice.
If you guys did watch the show last night, my lights were all screwed up last night. I'm over synthesized. Brad said I looked like John Travolta when he had the gold case open because it was just all bright and shit. I finally got everything fixed. Right after the stream last night, I found the button I needed to hit. Literally seconds after the stream ended. Like, fuck.
You'd look like powder if you didn't get struck by lightning back in the 90s.
So, all right, let's see what we got out there. What's up, Kim? Say, boys, pre-orders are piling up, and we have hit September, November announcement shit. Yeah, I got a few out there. My releases of the year so far is Reanimator 4K, The Beyond 4K, Hitcher 4K, and Arrow's Dollars Trilogy. Yep.
That's the Dollars movies got the limited edition box sets. We were talking about this last night. What was the last one? Those were the last ones. The Dollars Trilogy, they all got those.
I think Dark City is getting one. I think.
Okay. From the 90s.
Yeah, I think so.
Late 90s.
I've never seen that one. I was asking Brad about it earlier tonight. I watched the trailer, and I don't know if it's my thing or not. What about you? You a fan of Dark City?
I'm not familiar. No. So
I watched the trailer. Yeah, Kiefer Sutherland's in it. A few other stars, but it's
It's the same director as The Crow, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Very similar to The Crow. As far as that 90s kind of feel. The 90s, very 90s movie.
Yeah, I know. I've seen the cover, but I can't remember because Jennifer Connelly's in it and everything. Yeah. But yeah, I don't remember seeing it.
Aaron, what's going on, man?
What's up, Aaron?
Appreciate you jumping in. What's up, Sydney?
Sydney, what's going on, man?
Scalder.
You
got it, Scalder. Yeah. He's like always jumps in kind of the end of the streams.
Yeah.
Wild Wrangler, good to see you.
Wrangler.
Yeah. Brad put that together for us. Brad's our intro guy.
Alan's the intro guy, but this is what happens. Alan's so goddamn busy. It's like
I enjoy doing them, but they're just I'm real particular. I'll sit there for fucking 3 hours and just pick at it. And Brad can put one together that's great in the third of the time. So
I don't know that they're great, but they're fast. They are fast.
They're definitely better. And I ain't got to fuck with them, so that's even better.
I got 5 kids to feed.
I just make sure I send it to Alan first before we put it up. Because even Alan has a limit. Alan has a limit to be like, okay, you're gonna have to take out, with the retards, the gay stuff, anything that is totally not okay, you're gonna have to take it out.
Alan, what's up, buddy?
What's up, Alan?
Tony, good to see you again.
Hey,
Tony joined us last night.
Yeah, thanks, Tony.
Bunch of Hayes back and forth.
Iron Man.
Magic Hands, what's going on? Let's see. Got a bunch of Hayes going back and forth. Jane Doe, trying not to miss anybody here. Ken Carlson says, got my Arrow pre-orders in, TCM 0306, also Thief 4K.
That was my pre-order it's my first ever order from Atomic. And I messaged him ahead of time. I was like, man, this is my first order. I've had problems with some of your competitors. This is what I'm looking for. Please just do this and do that. And, you got a great reputation, but, just know I will die on whatever fucking hill it is when it comes to anything. But if there's money involved, you're not going to win that situation. So please, just do what you're supposed to do. Get that stuff. And he's like, I totally understand. I'm getting a lot of referred, I'm getting a lot of customers that say they left Diabolic or they left, you name an insert name here. And they're having issues like it used to be good. It's not good anymore. They got too big, whatever. And it's just one guy out of Kansas. And the reason he's so good is because he's, get ready to get offended. He's out of Kansas. There's nothing else to fucking do but go to the post office. So his business he takes it very seriously. And I'm happy to hear that. I hope he's doing well.
What you got to do it right.
He's great, man. I've just jumped on board with Atomic, and it's I live in the Midwest, so it ships like the next day, and it's great, man.
Yeah, it's perfect for you.
Yeah,
but and it's also his free shipping profile is different than others. It's based on dollar amount. So if you buy, it's a $50 threshold for free shipping. So you can buy 1 second site limited edition, it ships for free.
Yep,
great. Before it's like some people have a title threshold. You have to buy so many titles to get free shipping. And it's like, well, shit, if I bought one $100 title, I should get free shipping. It shouldn't have to be, I need to find 2 other things that I don't need to get free shipping. But that's a whole other video. But yeah, I'm excited for all 3 of those releases.
Ken says pre-order Sleepaway Camp 4Ks this Monday for Screen Factory. Yeah, 2
Still
and 3.
waiting. What's going on with number 1? Why is that not?
They lost. They lost the fucking negative. Is what I heard.
Oh Jesus!
That's the rumor going around the campfire. Is they lost the fucking negative? How do you do that? I don't know. That might be bullshit. That's just what I've heard from a few different sources. But
well, from what I understand, Aaron would probably be better to explain this. From what I understand, it's like Synapse will say, "I want to do Day of the Dead," which, by the way, that negative is supposed to be lost too. But he'll call the company, they'll send it to him, and then he'll use it, do his thing with it, and then he sends it back. It's not like he holds it the whole time. It goes back to whoever owns it. So it's just a warehouse full of tins. I'm sure it's not like it's probably happens all the time. They lose the fucking thing, they find it later type thing.
Yeah.
It's probably sitting in Felicia Rose's basement or something.
Yeah, she carts it around every convention.
Aaron said Todd's the bitch in the relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hopefully a version of powder not traded by Victor Salva. Wild Wrangler says, Pops, did you buy Jaws 50th Jack Daniels bottle, $39.99 Shark Hit? I fucking did, and I'm gonna get fucked. Y'all hear about that?
No.
The fucking Jaws 50th Jack Daniels bottle. Online, it looks like this badass bottle to hold your liquor in. It's a Jaws 50th, commemorative bullshit, whatever. Real nice looking. I've seen a couple videos. People have got them in, and they're like Temu shit. This little bitty piece of shit. And I'm so yeah, I'm gonna get fucked on that. Mine ain't come in yet. Mine even comes in. So we'll see. But yeah, online it looks bad. It looks bad as hell. But yeah, it's not going to be. I've already seen pictures of what they look like. Sydney says, "My get the fuck out of here movie is John Wick 3."
What are your guys' takes on the John Wick movie, the franchise? There's 4 now, right?
Oh,
I think there's 4. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's 4. Then there's that new one coming out, Ballerina or whatever. That's supposed to be like in the universe.
Yeah, Chapter 4 was 2023. So yeah, there's 4.
Yeah, well, I remember seeing the 3rd one in the theater, and you could tell they just slapped some shit together to make it okay to do a sequel. It's like it's hard to kill off a character, and you're like, yeah, this thing, you make another 100, 200 million out of this. We just stretch it out 7 fucking movies.
See, I don't mind those films. I mean, I take them with a grain of salt. I mean, even the 4th one, a lot of people hate the 4th one, but it doesn't have Scott Adkins in it as Donnie Yen. I mean, as Skarsgård, of course, he's in everything. But no, I mean, those movies are just fun, I think.
Yeah, I saw the first 3 in the theaters, and I didn't really leave, with a bad taste in my mouth until the 3rd one, where it was just like, okay, this is weird. It seems like you're just shoving shit in it now. It's like he has to walk in the desert or whatever.
Yeah, as much as I enjoy all of them, it's definitely a franchise. They could have done a one and done.
Yeah,
and it'd have been great. Leave it alone.
It's just nice having action in the theaters again. I mean, it's few and far between nowadays.
Yeah, anything other than kid stuff.
Yeah.
Scores they crashed last night at 5:30 a.m.
up in Narnia there.
Tony's a fan of Atomic.
Yeah, seems like a really good. Like I said, I emailed the guy fucking 10 minutes later. He's like, "Yeah, totally get it, totally understand. Spend your money here. You won't regret it."
Nice. My runs got my Jason Goes to Hell 4K. Yeah, I got mine over there. I didn't stick to them yet. I know Brad has.
Highly recommend that release. Jason Goes to Hell 4K from Arrow Video. You won't be disappointed.
Dell on movies. What's going on, man?
What's up, Dell?
Ken said, Synapse said original Prom Night 4K scan is done. Intruder 4K scan is almost done, and Deadly Spawn 4K should be out before the end of the year.
Mm-hmm. That's big talk from Synapse. I like Don May a lot. I met him. Great guy, but that's big talk from Don May. But he also said, somebody sent me a clip that he is doing Frankenhooker on 4K also.
Okay.
That should be out before the end of the year. That would be a pickup for sure.
Yeah, that's classified in the bald ass category.
Yeah.
I'm ready for the Intruder 4K because I love Intruders. So
Intruder is insane. Like that's some of the best score you'll ever see.
Oh yeah.
And,
I used to work in a grocery store, so it just hits home to me, man. It's great.
you ever watch Go?
Yeah, I've seen Go a long time ago. Yeah,
at the grocery store. It's not much in a grocery store, but it's grocery store workers and
yeah.
I would love to see an upgrade of that. Kino, that's got a Kino 4K written all over it. Great Vegas movie.
Yeah.
Hey, Sarah, how you doing? Had a family emergency. Hope everything's all right. Ken says, keep eyes open for Synapse Red Shirt's 4K release of Hunter's Blood. Great film. Should be a great 4K.
Yeah. That's a company like Synapse. I try to buy it straight from their website, pay a little bit more, just because I know, Don May will tell you, it's just him there. It's him and one fucking lawyer that helps him get the rights. Yeah. That's it.
And he puts in the time and the quality, man.
Oh, he's a freak. He's one of us. That's what I really like about it. Is he's a physical media freak himself. It's not like, I'll say it. Mark from Morbid DVD is a piece of shit. He doesn't even like movies. He sells movies, and I get it. It's a business, but it's like, man, you don't care at all? It's like his physical media collection is like 3 movies. How the hell does that make any sense?
That's crazy. I mean, that's like a dream job for a lot of people.
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah. I'd have to buy a bigger house to keep my fucking collection now. If I had that job.
Yeah. Apparently, he tripped and fell into it, and it is what it is. But that's not the case with Don May. He's a freak. He's a big time physical media freak.
Kyle, what's going on, man?
What's up?
Man, chat's blowing up here and getting a bunch of haze back and forth. If I miss anybody, I apologize. I can only see out of one eye. I'm fucking tired. Been a long day. My dad's sister, my aunt's mom's sister had an accident. Well, I hope everybody's all right.
Yeah,
sorry about that.
Problem not needs all the help it can get. I remember being the worst VHS picture ever. I couldn't even see the movie.
Well, trusting Don May. Yeah, 20-something people in here, whoever it is. But the big thing to take away from this is Revival House on YouTube. You can find it, but Revival House Movies in. They should have 20 new subscribers.
Yeah, no, we got a bump, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, bump it up, get them going, get them. What I think needs to happen with that channel is they just need to get into the algorithm. Well, and if they get in the algorithm, a bunch of likes and the comments and stuff, it'll catch on. But it's just like that. That's the hardest thing. If you wanted to do this and take it seriously, is to be able to just pound your channel into the fucking algorithm.
We've been demonetized so many times. It's not even fun. But we don't care. I mean, it's just like my good buddy. I'm hanging out with him a couple times a week. That's all it is. So.
Yeah. Aaron said people hate John Wick 4 since when? I don't hate John Wick 4. I like all of them. Like I said, I've watched them all. I'll go see the next one that comes out.
I haven't seen John Wick 4. But I saw the first 3, and the third one kind of
the goddamn stair scene in part 4 just fucking stresses me out. My anxiety mother gets always to the fucking top, rolls to the bottom, going, goddamn, that lasted way too fucking long. But like I said, I got anxiety problems. That just goddamn it, when he rolled all the way to the bottom, I said, "Fucking, I quit. You just killed me now." Got to run so fast, but got to go. I hate to run so fast. Got to go enjoy the rest of the stream. Appreciate you stopping by, Bill.
You're on.
Ken says Don May also said just before dawn 4K scan is done, but that's all he can say for now.
Yeah. They're kind of infamous really for kind of over promising and late delivering, but it'll be perfect when it comes out.
So I need to sell that then.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's the idea.
I didn't know that, Ken. I appreciate that.
Because the stairs is a phobia, and I know it ain't the fucking stairs. It's watching this motherfucker fight his balls off to get to the top and then just roll back down to the bottom. Like twice. All right. Well, we're caught up with the chat. We're going to mark it there. So, Riverman, well, Brad, I'll tell you what, Brad, you go first, kind of show you how it's done. And then we'll go on from there.
All right. The first one here from Criterion. I'm a huge fan of that fucking company. It's The Thief 4K. Michael Mann's Thief. I love the movie. I hate this company. And I would love to have any release that doesn't have that fucking C on it. Arrow's doing a 4K of it. That's already pre-ordered, so I'm going to get this one out the door. I mean, what is this cover art, first of all? You got James Caan looking like he's selling his ass on 42nd Street here, trying to get a fucking ride. This is not what this cover should be. And the 4K is kind of mediocre, to be honest with you. It's middle of the road at best. So fucking weed them all. It's not cooperating, but it's okay. It's the same exact release we had on Blu-ray, but an up-res to 4K, and it's not going to stay. Push out the door, and I have the other 4K from Arrow Video ordered. So, but I've talked at length about that movie. I don't need to go into it. This next one is an anticipatory type situation. I'm sure this is going to get a 4K. It's written by Cormac McCarthy, so his stuff's hot right now. And yeah, The Road, really, really strong apocalyptic movie. I'm a fan of it. Kind of, I like it a little bit less every time I watch it, but I still like it. There's some stuff in there, some romantic elements that shouldn't be in there, but it's a solid, gritty, disturbing ass apocalyptic movie. And it's written by Cormac McCarthy, so he's definitely going to get, there's definitely going to get a 4K. So there's no point in hanging on to this Blu-ray in a world where everything gets a 4K. So I'm just going to move it on down the road. Those are the two for this round.
All right. Riverman, what you got, buddy? What you got?
Yeah. So y'all inspired me. Like I started watching your streams and I took a look at my collection. I have a lot of it boxed up back here. I'm like, why am I hanging on to this? Am I gonna watch this before I die here in another 30 years?
There's a thought.
Yeah. So but the first one is kind of, I don't know. Some people love the movie. I don't. It's my favorite director, of course, and I know it's Brad's hates Dawn of the Dead, but Romero. This movie is absolute shit. This is Monkey Shine. This umbrella. I mean, it's a nice set and everything. It's Blu-ray, of course, but yeah, I just never gotten bored with Monkey Shines. I thought I would pick it up and collect all the Romero films, and I'm like, you know what? Why? Because I'm not going to rewatch it. So it's one of those things. I'm going to send it down the road as well. So
it'll definitely bring money. It's a nice release.
And then my second would be actually one of my favorite films of all time. This one I grew up with. I worked in a grocery store, and they used to sell VHS DVDs, and they used to have they had their own section that had their own TVs, and every time I would work at a checkout stand, I would sit there and tell them to project this movie on one of the TVs, and it's Top Gun. This is just the Blu-ray. It's a very nice steelbook. It's great. It's the 30th anniversary one. But I have the 4K, and the 4K looks great. So I don't need this. I'm not a big steelbook guy though, but it is a beautiful steelbook.
Yeah, and that can definitely, you get your money back on the 4K that you just bought, most likely with that.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But I know you're a huge Romero guy. So let's just say, for instance, Dawn, it's been teased forever that there'd be a US 4K of it. Would you double dip from the second site to get that?
Absolutely. I mean, I own everything Dawn of the Dead. So Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead.
The Monkey Shines thing, it's just like, why have every Romero when you could just have another, Dawn release, which I'm sure is coming. It doesn't have a US release yet.
Yep.
That Rubenstein is not getting any younger. Somebody's going to license the deal, and it'll happen. So
I think Carpenter's a better director, but Romero's my favorite director. So that's the way it goes. I mean,
yeah, I get it 100%.
All right, so my first one is not really going to be something I'm getting rid of, so to speak. It's going to be more of the way I'm changing the way I collect. Okay, Turn of the Living Dead.
What the
Top
fuck?
5 horror movie of all time.
What the fuck?
Huge fan. They're not getting rid of this. Don't get me wrong. I'm explaining something here. Love the steelbook. It's never going to leave this collection. I've got 4 or 5 copies of this fucking movie. Screen Factory, for whatever fucking reason, is putting out another steelbook. And every time they put one out, I was like, fuck, I got to get that. Goddamn, look at that artwork.
You are the
How
reason.
many of these can I watch at one time?
You are the reason. You and people just like you are the
And
reason.
I got to stop, dude, because I mean, obviously they're going to keep putting this movie out. I don't need 30 fucking copies of this movie. This steelbook's fine. This steelbook's
Dude, the
good
new
enough.
one's great too. The new
I also got a
steelbook.
fucking signed copy from some of the cast, whatever. I don't need another steelbook.
The
So
new one
my
is
first one is not going to be.
girl.
Do I know?
Is the new one is the girl on the table?
Yes. Yeah.
And it folds out and it's her.
Yeah,
holding
it's
it.
badass. But like I said, they're going to do another one badass in a year or 2 years. So like I said, this is good enough. I got 4 or 5 copies of this movie. I don't need any more. So my first one is not going to be something I'm getting rid of. And in a way it kind of is, because I do have a shitload of the steelbooks from Screen Factory. I do have all the slipcovers. I'm getting all the 4K slipcovers. And now they're doing the 4K slipcover, then a steelbook. And I don't need to collect all the steelbooks on top of the fucking slipcovers. So I'm going to start getting rid of some of my Screen Factory steelbooks, and I'm not going to buy all the steelbooks to come out. If one comes out that I don't have and I like it, whatever, I might grab it. But as far as buying all the steelbooks, all the slipcovers, I got to stop somewhere. and the steel books, whatever. I'm just gonna stop buying them. I'm still gonna buy the slips. I ain't totally cured yet. I'm still buying all the slip covers, but I don't need all the steel books.
What's the back of that steelbook look like?
It's got the barrel on it.
Okay, and the inside is does it have inside artwork?
There's 3 discs inside. I can take them all out, but
yeah,
there's some inside artwork.
Okay, I thought it was like I don't know what I thought it was on the inside because
Plus I got this Blockbuster box set to go with it.
Yeah,
you know, so I don't need another copy of this movie. So that was kind of my first idea for tonight, what I wanted to show. Now this is the other thing, and this was a hard decision because I kind of busted my ass getting all these. This is going to be the Scream Factory double features. I kind of went out when I was collecting Scream Factory, and I had about half of these, maybe a little less than half. And I started going out, on the eBay market trying to get these, and some of these bitches go for a lot of fucking money. And over the last 3 or 4 years, I managed to get the entire collection of all the double features. How many times am I going to watch Empire of Ants?
Jaws of
Satan. These are not movies I'm going to watch on a regular basis. I mean, what the fuck are these? These are not my kind of movies. The only reason why I bought this said fucking Scream Factory double feature at the bottom.
Yeah.
I started going out there looking at what these motherfuckers are going for. And I said, I think it's time for me to go ahead and break up my collection of double features. And I have to say that I just sold the Blu-ray of Deathmaster 1 and 2 or whatever the fuck it is.
Deathstalker
1 and 2, and they just announced 4K 2 days after I sold it.
Nice.
That worked out well. But yeah, the double features is the other one. I mean, these are fun to collect, but most of these movies I don't need, or some of the cases I already have movies on a single release, and so these are kind of like a double dip I don't need. But yeah, the double features, I'm no longer a completionist on those. Very satisfying.
Your bank account is really satisfied.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
And luckily, I'm able to get most of the money back that I paid for them. But they did hold their value pretty well. Most of them did.
Hey, we got another thing I'd like to plug while we're here. Alan is on Whatnot, and he's doing really well over there. And if you want to buy any of these releases, you're going to probably see a lot of them on Whatnot over on Alan's.
Oh, absolutely.
It's like a stream, anyways. Alan has a movie there. It's almost like a watch along. Definitely go find Alan on Whatnot. Pops Movies. You can't miss it. Big Jaws icon. Definitely.
Yeah, movies on there are very affordable. I mean, most of the time when I list a boutique title on there, it's anywhere from $8 to $15. I mean, it's very, very affordable. It's just very fast and quick.
It's an option.
Get rid of some merchandise.
I'll be over there, Pops. Yeah, I'm on Whatnot. I mean, I peruse Whatnot, and so yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's a fun site, man. It's fun to sell on there.
Mm-hmm.
You get a lot of interaction. It's fast, in and out, about an hour and a half show. So I'm enjoying it. Let's catch up with the chat here. I can tell I ain't done this in a while. I'm out of practice here.
Yeah, I mean, Alan's basically been unavailable the last couple weekends. His birthday, he just turned 71. And then, he was on call. He was on call.
I think 71 from where I'm at, though.
Dude, on call over Memorial Day weekend. That's a fucking, it's not even, don't even ask.
Yeah.
What the fuck's going on? Yeah, fuck that.
What's going on, John Doe? Yeah, basically, Tony says Road is good. Yeah, I enjoy the Road, man. It's a hard watch. It's a hard watch, but it's
pressing. It's good. Yeah.
We'll change back and forth. Callow says, dang, that green is nice on that steel. Yeah, it's a good looking steel book, man.
They must have sold the hell out of them because they just keep putting them out and people keep buying them. What the hell? Why not?
Yeah, it says Pops, Brad, Riverman, and chat thoughts on Ramirez Martin. Y'all go ahead.
I think it's like I think Martin is like HPV. Once you get it, it's always there. And I think I saw it, and I did not like it the first time I saw it. I didn't like. Let me put it a better way. I didn't like 90% of it. I'm like, I like this thing is shot really well. And then the ending happens, and I'm like, that's great. That ending's great. And then it kind of sits with you. And the next thing you know, I'm like, I want to see that thing again. Bought the second. It's one of the 3 Romero movies I own because I really liked it the second time a lot more. And I think the third time I'll like it even more. It's just I like early Romero stuff. I like the very low budget, high effort Romero. That's what I like.
I love the movie. I mean, I totally get it, Brad. It's a grower, not a shower. My co-host, he felt the same way. He wouldn't get into it when I first showed it to him, and yeah, it's definitely acquired taste. But yeah, John Amplis, I think, is great in it, and it's just
once you get through it and you
Yeah.
sit with it, and that ending makes you want to go back and see it again. And it's like if you like the character, if you can like I can't empathize at all. I don't have to empathize with the characters. My favorite movie is The Wrestler. I don't empathize with that fucking character ever. I'm not a deadbeat dad. That wasn't a fucking pro wrestler. Okay, I'm not addicted to steroids and painkillers and gas station beers. But I love the movie. And Martin, it's like I'm watching the movie and I'm like, there's no person on the planet that's like this.
Yeah,
he's so fucking bizarre and awkward and kind of effeminate. He's like a emo, but by the end, it's like I get it a lot. And I like it, and there's a reason Romero likes it so much because I think he did everything he wanted to do in it.
Yeah, it's great, and I love The Wrestler. By the way, that's a great movie. So
yeah.
My
girl watched The Wrestler.
So I probably need to watch it again. Maybe it'll affect me like it did Brad. I watched it the first time and I was underwhelmed. Like I said, I only watched it the once. I'll give it another shot.
It's just like by the end of the movie, like I don't know, Maniac. I get a different feel from it after watching it. Because I watched it the first time, we even talked about it on the channel, and I was like, man, I fucking hated this. And by the end of me talking about it, I was like, I kind of want to see it again, though. I kind of want to see what that, pay attention a little closer. And like I said, the end.
I mean, The Wrestler has my only favorite Bruce Springsteen song, which is great. I mean,
they wrote it just for the movie.
Yeah.
I was saying, my girl, I had her watch it.
Okay.
And she's really big into indie wrestling and stuff. And she watched it, and she thought it was like, she didn't think it was a comedy, but she laughed a lot at it. I'm like, I didn't realize she's kind of right. There is a lot of funny stuff in it. He's talking about playing Nintendo.
That's a big quote on our channel. I want to play Nintendo.
We're playing Nintendo. But she's also like a sociopath because she watched it, and like when he's getting his heart ripped out by his daughter, she's laughing maniacally when he goes like, I don't care if you had a heart attack. Go fuck yourself. And storms off. She just laughed like an idiot. I'm like, Jesus Christ, lady.
Well, Reynolds says, happy late birthday, Pops. Appreciate it, man. Cal says, dumb question, but is there a good release of Happy Birthday? I got the DVD.
Dude, there's like 50 releases of Happy Birthday. Severin did it. Arrow did it. I don't know if any of them are good, but there's a shitload of releases of Happy Birthday.
Sidney's got a question for us. Sidney's got the best questions. Name some thriller movies that are not worthy to be in your collection.
Oh, not worthy. I'm going to get a little bit of a heat. Anything with Ashley Judd in it. I have one of her movies. Well, actually I have two. Heat, but Bug. I love Bug, but otherwise, I think she's pretty. I don't know, sterile as an actor. Pretty. I would say anything with Ashley Judd.
Oh God, Demi Moore. I mean, I'm not a huge Demi Moore fan, but
her thrillers, which she has a shitload of them.
Yeah.
She did that movie with Michael Douglas where she cucks Michael Douglas or something.
Disclosure, is that the one? Yeah,
Michael Douglas is playing like a nerd or something.
Right around that same time, I do like Richard Gere, but right there in the 90s, Richard Gere had a string of movies where he was cheating or fucking somebody and getting in trouble. He had 3 or 4 in a row that are just totally fucking forgettable. And none of those need to be in my room. Of course, the 90s, you had a ton of those.
Yeah. The 90s, you had a ton of everything. Yeah. In any kind of genre, they made a million of them.
Good questions, Sydney.
Sydney always bringing the good questions.
Yeah, that was good.
All right. Let's go ahead and move on to, I guess we can call this round 2, I guess.
All right. So I still don't know where this came from, but these are both era releases, and they're both the same director. But I got this like a year ago, maybe. I don't remember. I got it in the mail. I don't remember ordering it. I don't know how many people had my address at the time, but I got the Terraformers. It's the Takashi Miike movie, and it's about these giant cockroach people that live on Mars, and they're sent there to terraform it, obviously, and make a go of it. I guess it's a manga that turned into a movie, and Takashi Miike gets greenlit anything he even thinks about doing over in Japan. He's like their most famous director, so they made a go of it. It's not a horrible movie by any means, but I don't know where it fits in my collection, so I'm just had to let it go. But these people basically try to terraform Mars, and there's these giant cockroach monsters that like rip people's heads off and stuff. Like, it's not as cool as it sounds by any means. It's very, very manga, comic book type thing. But Solid Air release looks good, but it just did not do it for me. And to me, there's only one Takashi Miike movie, and that's Audition. The second best movie he's ever done is this movie, and I'm not 100% sure I'm going to get rid of it. I'm going to watch it again, but it's going to be in a double pack with that. But it's Blade of the Immortal. Well, this is also a manga style movie, but it's more of like a Shogun Assassin type, Lone Wolf and Cub type movie, but modern, tons of gore. And like I always point out for this movie, two immortals come across each other and they have a samurai style sword fight. That's very entertaining. That might be worth just keeping this alone, but there are much cheaper releases of this. You can get this on Hamilton Books for very cheap. Not this exact release, but you can get another Blu-ray of it. But yeah, I don't really see the reason to keep it. Like I said, I'm really paring down my collection. And if I had all the room in the world, sure, I'll just throw it. I'll just keep the thing. But I'm going to watch it again. But I'm pretty damn sure this one's going to go too. But that's my two for this round.
What you got,
yeah. So I got my two. One of them is actually a film I really like. It came out. Vinegar Syndrome actually put this out recently, which I'm not a huge Vinegar Syndrome guy, but this movie I did pick up on 4K, so I'll be dumping off the Blu-ray. I probably won't get a whole lot from it. It's a Kino title, and it's I don't know if you guys are fans of this. Deranged, with Robert Blossom. Blossom. Didn't
Grindhouse Releasing also put that out?
This is Vinegar Syndrome just put it out on 4K. And it looks phenomenal. Kino put this one out. I want to say this is out of print, but I'll be sending this one away. But it's a very good movie. Tom Savini had, I think it was like one of his first makeup effects he did for this film, and it's based on Id Gein, which when it comes to like serial killer stuff, that's the stuff that actually scares me in films. That's the stuff that I kind of gravitate to, because it's, as I get older, it's like, I don't know, that shit scares me. So
dude, Ed Gein especially, just the idea that somebody's that fucking crazy walking the street is unsettling.
But yeah, I think this came out in 1974, but it's a really solid flick. It's a creepy flick. You hear like the church organ the whole time, so it's like it puts you, it's really creepy. But yeah, I'd recommend checking this out if you haven't. But yeah, I'm sending that one away. And then the second one is one that I thought was a piece of crap. I got this from Arrow years ago, and I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's a terrible slasher film with a dude in a bear mascot suit, and it's Girls Night Out. I know it. This movie's terrible, man.
It's got steak knives coming out of the bear suit. Yeah.
So I mean, I love slasher films, but I don't love all slasher films. So this has got to go, man.
Yeah.
It's contaminating the collection.
Yes.
Yeah, it's funny about a movie like that gets that kind of packaging, and looks like the next greatest thing.
It looks great. Yeah.
It definitely sells it for sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right, my next one here is I'm going back to the Scream Factory thing again. For those of you that may not be aware of this, that most people chat now probably are. I had everything Scream Factory put out. I had every standalone release. I had every fucking collector's edition. And it got to the point where they were putting out just fucking garbage, dude. And I felt like I had to get it because, goddamn, I had everything. And it was the best thing I ever did, was to start getting rid of all the standalone releases that I never would have watched, never would have bought if it wasn't a Scream Factory on the fucking spine. And so my next thing is just going to be the random titles that I've watched, and I know I'll never watch again. They were okay. Good one-time watches. Some of them, these are just examples here. I got a stack of 50 of these that are slowly I'm getting rid of here and there. And like I said, some of them there are good movies. They're just not movies I'm going to go back and revisit on a regular basis. And Screen Factory's put out a lot of shit. In case if you don't know, I had shelves of this shit, and just started to pull. I cut through one time and I pulled out 20. I pulled out 10 more. I rewatched something or watched something I hadn't seen yet, and then after I watch it, what I do is if it sucks, it goes in the pile. If it's good, I put it back on the shelf and move on. And that's really done me a lot of justice, whatever. Because now I'm starting to get when I look at my shelves, it's starting to feel like my collection. I mean, Riverband, you've been doing this a lot longer than me. There's a lot of times you're doing these streams and you get recommendations from your buddies, recommendations from the chat. You watch other people's live streams and somebody pimps up a movie and you're like, damn, I got to get that. And so I got blind buy after blind buy after blind buy. And I mean, I'm not knocking the movies. I mean, people like certain things I don't like and vice versa. But I started getting a bunch of shit on the shelf that wasn't my movies. It was movies I just got because it was part of a collection or somebody recommended it or whatever. And now when I look at the shelf, I'm starting going, damn, these are all good. I like all these movies, and I couldn't say that 6 months ago.
And that's the way you got to do it, man. It's
very.
I'm the same way.
We came up with. It's very satisfying, I guess. It's a good feeling. All right, this is kind of in the same vein. I was a real big completionist. When a new line came out, I'd buy the first couple titles. The next one came out, I got to get it. Goddamn, I got the first two. I'd make Excel spreadsheets of if I was missing any, that kind of shit. I mean, these are the psychological problems I'm dealing with.
You still fucking do, by the way.
But whenever Vinegar Syndrome, and I'm not talking about this movie in particular. I haven't watched this movie yet, but this is just one I grabbed. This is one of the cinematography, whatever shit they came out with. Really, I mean, these really nice. Releases. Like fucking books on the inside, really nice. Mm-hmm. But they started coming out with some shit that I just damn sure didn't want. They had no interest in it. And by this time, I had the first 6 or 7 they released. And so I finally decided, I took them off the shelf. I took time to watch them all. I kept a couple that I decided to keep. The rest of them, I had to go. And this is when I still didn't get a chance to watch it. Have you guys had a chance to see this? Y'all familiar with this?
No.
But so this may stay, it may not. But definitely the cinematography line, if I'm saying that right, probably not. Is another one that I'm not a completionist on. And anytime I can not be a completionist on something is a victory for me.
That's a win.
And my wallet.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Because like I said, I'm just tired of buying titles just because it's in a line or everybody else is buying it or it's cool or whatever. Nobody gives a fuck.
I'm
like the one that's watching these movies 99% of the time.
A lot of people did that with Vinegar Syndrome for one, but Second Sight, God damn it, what's the name of the movie with Ozzy Osbourne's in it for a second. Oh shit.
You're not talking about Trick or Treat.
Not Second Sight, Synapse. Yeah, Trick or Treat.
Trick or Treat. You don't like Trick or Treat?
No, I don't remember it being anything great. People were excited to the level of The Hitcher when that thing was announced. Like, oh my god, like I'm sure it's fun and whatever, but it's like it felt
very
like
nostalgic.
That title was a title that people were like, it's selling out. I've got to have it because it's selling out, and it's like Vinegar Syndrome has kind of also captured that. By the way, Synapse, support them. That's a great company. Go ahead, buy it. I'm not telling you not to buy it, but it's like this like FOMO mentality that they're kind of curating is kind of to me. It's got to go. Like that's getting to be it's getting to be too much, and the prices are insane, and people are. I mean, you can find videos all over fucking YouTube of blue tubers going into debt to buy this stuff.
It's crazy.
Who the fuck told you to do that? And Vinegar Syndrome, it's like they just don't care. Like they do whatever the fuck they want, and they fuck these distributors. Or like, I mean, the Grindhouse Video. If he was drowning, I'd throw him a cinder block. I think he's a piece of shit. But they fucked him over so bad. I was like, I kind of feel bad for fucking Mike.
Yeah.
It's just like he's got fucking 200 pre-orders for their shit, limited edition. And they go, hey, Mike, sorry, we're selling them ourselves later. What? It's selling so well you decided not to send them out to your distributors and sell them on your own website because you could make more money. It's like you promised the fucking guy. Now you have to get a hold of every goddamn customer and tell them that Vinegar Syndrome said, no, they're not sending them now. And by the way, I'm sure that went over really well with all of his customers, So it's just like, it's kind of hard for me to support a company that does shit like that. What's next? They're going to cancel your pre-orders that you order straight from them and go, you know what? We think we can get 100 instead of 70. We're going to go ahead and put them back on the site for 100, and you can buy it again if you want.
Their titles. I mean, I I mean, they came out with a few that I really enjoy. Like, of course, Roadhouse I thought was great, and
TCM2.
yeah, TCM2 is fantastic, and I love Sidekicks too. I know a lot of people don't like that movie. I grew up with it, so I understand it. But
Dead Heat,
yeah,
another awesome 4K.
yeah. I mean, but recently it's been like, I don't know. I've jumped off.
Yeah. The prices, like I said, the process, the prices, the attitude. I mean, everything about it has kind of put me off of the company. And if they put out something killer, that I gotta have. If they did the wrestler in 4K, I'm buying it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But Satan's Armpit 9, I don't give a fuck how cool the slip is. I'm not buying it.
Yeah, I almost think Kino is probably. I mean, they're knocking out of the park. I mean,
yeah, Kino. Like we were talking about it last night on the stream. It's like just old reliable. They're like, and this is a Sydney label, Kino.
Yeah.
You're looking for a boutique label to get into, Sydney. Kino is your label. They put out all sorts of '90s thrillers and all kinds of just quality movies. You're not going to see some fucking trash bag movie on Kino. It's going to be something people want to buy. People have been looking for, and the prices are great with Kino.
Yeah.
I've discovered so many movies from Kino. It's crazy. And they're some of my favorites too.
Yeah. And the scans are always solid. Decent, some bonus features. It's not like they have all the bonus features, but some bonus features. Sometimes they even have reverse art, which is kind of they're starting to pick up on. So it seems like they're getting better every year, where something like a Vinegar Syndrome is getting worse every year.
They're having a big year, man. They're putting out a lot of the good comedies from the 90s, but I mean,
oh yeah,
I'm really glad to see those comedies come out. And a lot of people say you don't need comedies in 4K. Yeah, I can understand that. Blu-ray's fine, but I mean, it's still nice to get them,
Yeah. No, I'm
with you. From what I've seen. So what the hell? Yeah. Why not do it?
So that kind of leads into Sydney's question here. Air Video, Screen Factory, Vinegar Syndrome, your likes and dislikes. I think you covered the dislikes with Vinegar Syndrome about these companies.
What about you, Aaron? Alan, what do you think of Screen Factory today?
I think Screen Factory has went way fucking downhill. I'm obviously still a fan. I still buy a lot of their shit. But I miss the days of the custom artwork. You get the nice fucking, commission artwork, whatever, something new, something unique. And now, like with these 4Ks, a lot of time you're just getting poster art, whatever. They just kind of slap it together. And I just feel like the what started that company, the love they had for it, it ain't there anymore. Now it's just a business. Now it's just how much money can we make? Which I mean, I understand. It's all about the money you get down to. It's got to be. But I still like Screen Factory. I'm obviously still supporting them, whatever. But I'm definitely not in all of them the way I was when I first started. When I first found Screen Factory, I had the Halloween box set they released. I had it for 2 years before I even knew what the fuck Screen Factory was. I started my channel, and Johnny kind of introduced me to Johnny from Johnny's Boutique Podcast. Kind of introduced me. I was watching some of his videos going over like the first 10 Screen Factory collector's editions. And I went back and started looking to see if I had any of these. And I went and looked at the Halloween box at Screen Factory, and I started getting into it. And at that time, I was just fucking enamored by them. And all these great horror movies, never seen packaging like this. Fantastic. Awesome. And that's what got me into all this boutique shit, which has cost me an arm and a fucking leg. The last fucking 5-6 years. But and I've collected my whole life, whatever. But I've never been a boutique collector. I would go to the dump bin at fucking Walmart and see what cool movies I could find. I never gave a fuck about packaging and none of that bullshit. Slip covers. I didn't give a fuck one way or another. But now, obviously, I'm ruined.
Look at you now.
Now I'm fucked.
The thing with Screen Factory that I think people are they're not being able to articulate the problem with Screen Factory. Imagine if you were to swap a Kino release and have a Screen Factory label on it. You'd go, what the fuck is this? This is not, this is like a Kino title, but it's a Screen Factory price.
Yeah.
You got to pay a Screen Factory price for a Kino title. A Kino title sells for $20 on 4K.
Yeah.
A Screen Factory 4K sells for like $40. And it's the same features, it's the same artwork as like a Kino title would be. That's the problem. If you want to cheap out, lower the price, and people would complain a lot less. I think that's a big issue with it. Yeah. If every 4K was like those hard boxes, like that Elvira and the Halloween that they did, people wouldn't have complained as much. They would go, well, listen, you get a nice hard box and everything, new artwork with everything. It's kind of worth the price. Now it's like, oh, well, we just decided to put a paper thin slip on it and, call it good. And you're still going to pay the same price because we know we got you, kind of thing. So that's the issue.
Yeah, I think you're spot on there, Brad. I mean, with the whole Kino thing, I mean, Scream Factory has done a few things that I do like this past year. I think the whole the blaxploitation cinema box sets I think it's great because
it's going to be killer releases, both of them.
But other than that, it's few and far between for me.
Without spend the least amount of money they can on the release.
Yeah.
But also I'll make this argument. When this came out, I'm a huge fan of this movie. I knew I was going to grab it. And it's like, that's kind of underwhelming through Scream Factory. This artwork's kind of underwhelming. But it's like Second Sight would charge you $30 for this. Yeah. And it would have the same artwork and similar features. So it's like, this was $36, probably $40, and it went down, obviously. But it's like, is it okay for Second Sight to do this? But it's not okay for Scream. So it's like two sides of the coin for me. It's like, I think they're halfway in between a boutique company and trying to be whatever Kino is.
Yeah.
Like they see Kino's success and go, oh, we maybe we don't have to do so much. But I think maybe they're finding out that that's not the case, and maybe have to lean back into the boutique side. I don't know. We'll see. It's still kind of early since those new owners took over, so we'll see what the fuck they do, I guess.
Yeah. What about Arrow? Anything good or bad?
I'd say more about that on my next round here as far as Arrow goes.
All right, we'll save that. We'll save that then.
Usually, I'm a monster Arrow guy. That's usually my favorite company. I'd love Arrow to do everything that I buy, but I think they may be doing some they may have some hired the wrong people. I don't know what's going on, or there was some issues happening.
We'll circle back around to that. Scholars said just throw out Basket Case. There you have room for Blade the Immortal.
Yeah, I got 3 copies of Basket Case. I don't.
We got to have 3 copies of Basket Case.
Yeah, exactly.
While running this, I have Ed Gein movie starring Kane Hodder.
Oh, okay.
There's a good Ed Gein movie called literally just Ed Gein that came out in the early 2000s. Mm-hmm. It was creepy as hell. I don't remember what the guy's name is, but it was really dark.
Things jumped on me here. Yeah, Tony says, hit me up on those Scream Factory slips for you sell, please. I will do, Tony. I'll pull them out and I'll send you some pics, see if you need any of them. What's going on, Trini?
Hey.
Bunch of haze to Trini there. Back and forth. Whose stream did I miss yesterday? Need to watch.
Revival House. You can just Google Revival House movies, and it's just an RH, their little logo. Click on that, hit the subscribe button, and then the video is talking about new 4K releases. That's the most recent video. The thumbnails, Ninja Turtles.
Yep.
I had me and Brad on there last night.
Yep.
Good time. So this is I ordered for Kino Lorber for the first time. I ordered 4 foreign films. They got something for everybody, man. That's the good thing about them. You can find anybody, no matter what kind of shit you're in, you're going to find something there that you like.
And they sell DVD all the way to 4K. So it's not, if you're just Sydney's a DVD guy, you'll find DVDs of everything there, most everything.
All right, let's see. So he says, Tony, the movies are Rap, Custody, Coyote Lake, and The Treatment.
Those are all thrillers. Sydney's big.
Well, that's in his wheelhouse.
It's everything. Everything's thrillers.
Sydney says, Sarah, I like Kino, and no, I have never ordered from Scream Factory.
I would never order directly from Scream Factory.
No.
I would order.
Times I order straight from Scream Factory if they do an alternate slip.
Yeah.
You got to. Other than that, I never order from Scream Factory.
And before I would say now I'll say don't ever order from Arrow Video directly either. But we'll delve into that when we get there.
It's always says you put a slip on the hunt. You know.
Didn't come with the slip.
Yeah. Yeah, that is good, man. Just don't get attached to the characters in the beginning. Sarah says, you subscribe to Melkino, there's styles and titles I'm missing. Yep, there's a bunch.
They put out tons of stuff.
Yeah, that's a company you're never going to be a completionist with, I don't think. Not even I never even tried.
But they are also kind of a collector's dream with the very uniform spines and everything.
I know, and that fucks with me too because it looks badass on the shelf when you get 10 or 20 on there.
Yeah.
But I'm moving on from that, Brad.
Yeah, you're all better.
I'm all better. all cured.
He cured you.
Tony said that Ed Ed Game movie Brad mentioned was a good one.
Yeah, it is very dark. Good movie.
All right, we're gonna mark it there. Moving right along.
This one's very obvious, but Tony is also on Whatnot. I tried to support Tony anything he does. His first Whatnot show, I could tell he was nervous that maybe nobody was going to be there, and I bought this title from him just so I could leave him a good review on Whatnot. It's Poltergeist 1 and 2, or 2 and 3. Sorry, 2 and 3. Still sealed, and this is very out of print from what I understand. This double feature. But I bought it and just so I could leave him a good review. This is not my. I don't like the Poltergeist movies at all. But it went cheap, and like I said, I supported Tony and went ahead and picked it up. So
that's very out of print. Very out of print.
Yeah. This I don't even know where to begin on this. The Arrow Video Jason X 4K release, limited edition. Seemingly a lot of bonus features, not that many. I feel like I got robbed from Arrow Video. I don't know what the fuck to say about this because this is the most infuriating release I've ever. This is one of the worst 4Ks I've ever seen, and I can tell you why you're hearing that from me is because I fucking paid for it. The people you're hearing from that bought this thing, they will dance around. I've never heard so many people backpedal. Well, it's just not what I was expecting. It's it's not a traditional 4K. It's a piece of shit is what you're trying to say. It's one of the worst 4Ks I've ever seen from a very celebrated and trusted company. And worst of all, when I reach out to them and go, is there a replacement disc or something? Because this is not right. Something got fucked up there. They go like, oh, they go, no, sir, it's perfect. And it's your TV that's the problem or your player. You should update your equipment. Do you even have do you have a 4K TV or do you know how 4Ks work? It's just like, look at my order history. I've ordered dozens of titles from you. I have never complained. There's something wrong with this, or it's a piece of shit, one or the other, because the previous Blu-ray looks fucking way better than this. This is fucking garbage, and it's an embarrassment to be in anybody's collection, regardless if you paid for it or not. So I've been in constant contact with them. They do not want to take it back. They refuse to acknowledge that there's any issue with it, and they're saying that, whatever. I bought the Jason Goes to Hell 4K the same day as this. Loved it. Not getting rid of it, keeping it. It came out great. How are these releases come out at the same exact time? They're both shot on film, and one looks like total shit. And I get where you're coming from, that this is just Jason X, and Jason X never looked good. The previous Blu-ray looks better than this. How's that possible when this is a 4K disc and a new restoration? Somebody fucked it up, and they didn't bother doing it again because they had the same thought process that most people have. It's Jason X, whatever. Just put it out. They'll fucking pay for it. If it's not good, why are you selling it? Why put it out? And the argument that it's Jason X drives me crazy, because if it was never good to begin with and it could never look good, and that's the opinion that they're going with, why did you put it on 4K and sell it to us if it could never look good? If that's your opinion from the beginning, there's no way it'll ever look good. Why is it in this package, and why is it being sold as an Arrow release where Arrow is known for quality? So I don't know. I'm going to keep it short as I can. Fuck that and fuck them. And I'm going to get my money back one way or another. I'll just call the fucking credit card company and have them charge back the money if we keep having an issue with it. But it's just like, dude, I'll send this fucking thing back to you. It got worse, by the way. I turned it over to PayPal after 20 emails back and forth from me and Arrow. And PayPal reaches out to them and they go, listen, you know what? We're not going to take it back. We don't accept returns, blah, blah, blah. And PayPal, of course, makes them. Tells, we're going to give them the money back unless you can take the return, because you don't just get to say, I don't take returns. That's not how business works. Unless it's a fucking used condom, you can return it. This fucking thing. So they come back and say, okay, we'll take the return. As soon as we get the item, we'll refund the full amount. I'm like, great. You're going to send me a label, send me an address, whatever. They send me the address. It's in the fucking UK. They want me to send it back to the UK on my dime to get the refund. It will cost the exact amount to send this to the UK as the refund. And this is a US release that came from a US Arrow distribution center.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. So they're just trying to fuck with me. I'm like,
Make it as hard as possible, so you just say fuck it, leave it
you
alone.
just say
Yeah.
fuck it. They clearly don't know who they're dealing with, and I will not rest until I get my money back. And but yeah, so for all those reasons and more, do not buy this fucking release. Yeah, it's cool artwork, and I like the movie just like most people do. Don't buy this release, and don't ever buy directly from Arrow Video. Buy from Amazon or whoever your favorite distribution is, and because if this was Amazon, a day later I would have gotten my refund.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
the item would have gone
Yeah.
right back to them.
Yeah,
So,
that's true statement.
so
Yeah.
and over.
Here it says, "Cause they're capitalist, bro."
Yeah, yeah.
Of course, I'm good with Friday
More-
the 13th Screen Factory
more-
box set.
More like they're British, bro.
All right, let me mark that there. Yeah, I understand, man. Like I said, I mean, I feel that order history, like you're talking about, look at my order history. It pisses me off when you have one problem. You buy 100 titles, you have one problem, and they're just like, yeah, whatever, fuck you.
Yeah,
You're just a number. Leave us alone.
Been happy with every other release I bought from you, but it's just this one. I just, for whatever reason, it's like I guess in their mind it's like I didn't like the movie, and I'm trying to get back. No, I want a copy of the movie. That's why I fucking bought it in the first place. I know what I was getting into. I don't know. It's a whole fucking thing.
Yeah, so mine's gonna be one film that is not a direct sequel to the original film, but it is one that I actually really like. This film, the first film, and this company, I love this company. I think the transfer looks great. Everything about this release is fantastic, but the movie's not great. I bought this movie because I like the original film. The original film came out from Severin, but this is a different company that put it out. This is a company overseas. And I don't know how familiar you guys are with 88 Films, but
yeah,
it's Absurd. Absurd is it's the sequel to Anthropophagus,
yes,
which I actually liked. I like that Anthropophagus.
I like them both. Yeah,
this one I don't like. It's just I think it's boring. I mean, they have a couple of cool, gore scenes to it, but it's not worthy of my collection. Yes. So I mean, it's not one I'm going to rewatch. Let's just say that. So I think I can make some money off of it. I'll move it down the road, and yeah, that's Absurd. And it might be absurd that I'm getting rid of it, but yeah.
yeah.
Brad, that's the one where they're eating. It's an Italian movie, and they're eating spaghetti at the Super Bowl.
The Americans,
Americans
are watching the Super Bowl eat spaghetti, as you do,
Yeah.
But yeah, it's. I mean, some people like it, but yeah, I can't get. I could get into it. It's just I don't know, kind of bored me. And the second one is one of my favorite. This is actually my favorite Carpenter films, and everybody thinks it's Halloween. It's not my favorite. This is my favorite, The Fog.
The Fog, okay.
And this is, of course, the Blu-ray Steelbook. I don't know. I might get a few bucks for this, but like I said, I'm not a Steelbook guy, so I have the 4K. The 4K looks amazing, and this one, I don't know. I need to get rid of it. I need to move it because it's one that I've had for a long time, and I'm never going to watch the Blu-ray again, so might as well just get rid of this one.
Screen Factory collectors, there's somebody that needs that.
Yeah.
You're saying that you're not a Steelbook guy. I'm not a Steelbook guy. I don't know. Yeah. What is the problem with Steelbooks? Why don't certain people, like either a Slip guy or an Amaray guy or a Steelbook guy?
Yeah.
Like, they ding.
The dings drive me. Yeah.
They're fragile. And it's just literally just plastic holding it together. And if it breaks at all or gets worn out, there's no replacing it. It's not like you can pull the artwork out and put, without surgery, basically ripping the goddamn thing apart, or it's printed right on the metal. It's just like, it's a whole fucking thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. This next one here, again, is going into a topic. It's not really this particular movie. But most of you guys know that I'm not a big Giallo guy. Italian horror movies, it's just doing this channel. I've got a lot of buddies, a lot of people on here that just goddamn champion the fuck out of these movies. And I tried to jump on that train many, many times. And me trying to be one of the cool kids, trying to sit at the cool table, I was trying to buy a lot of these movies to try to get into it. And before I knew it, I had 40 or 50 fucking Jallas in this fucking room. And I'd watch them, and it's like, what was that one Jalla movie where the guy had the black gloves? And it showed his black gloves like 14 times. You didn't know who it was. Oh, that's everyone.
That's
everyone.
yeah, exactly.
Okay. And I know that's probably pissed a lot of people off. And I'm not trying to do that. I'm joking around, obviously, whatever. But it's not for me. And like I said, I enjoy this movie. I know when it came out on 4K, whatever, people were goddamn fucking spooging over it. And I bought fucking 2 copies and sold both of them. I have this. I'm probably going to end up keeping this. I don't hate the movie, but it's not. I don't champion it like a lot of people do. When this came out on 4K, motherfuckers were breaking the internet. And it's like, what the fuck is this? It's okay. It's all right. It's not. I don't know. But like I said, I have 50 of these movies because other people like them, basically. And as much as I respect everybody's fucking opinions, this is my movie room, and why am I gonna have them on my shelf if I'm not gonna fucking watch it?
Yeah,
you know. And as much as I try to get by the Italian horror stuff, whatever, I just most of it bores me to death.
Yeah,
you know, I'm halfway through the fucking movie, I'm doing this, and it's just obviously it's not my thing.
An acquired taste. No, I totally get it, Alan. Yeah, absolutely.
You know, and I wanted to. I went into it. I mean, I bought those fucking Forgotten Jolly sets. I had the first 4 or 5. I bought every fucking one of them. Finally got around to watching them. I watched like 3 out of the first box, and I was like, "What the fuck are these?" Every one was worse than the next one. I ended up selling every fucking one of those, and then it got to the point where it's like I'm gonna watch it on streaming if I can, before I just go out and blind buy any of this shit anymore. But yeah, man, these Jollies are almost all going out of my collection now for the most part. I sold Dirk a lot of them because Dirk's really big into them.
He's huge in Jello. Yeah, he loves that stuff.
He bought every one of my Forgotten Jollies. He's got all of them now.
But, he got a good deal on them too because they're really out of print.
I gave him a really good deal on them. Now the next one here is I love these movies. It ain't the fact that it ain't this movie because I'm a big fan of the Silent Night movies. And this 101 Black Label release is a great release, but I already have these movies. I already have other copies. I was again being a completionist, getting all the 101 Black Labels. You know, I bought this after market. This was way out of print when I bought it. Paid way too much for it. And now some poor bastard's going to pay way too much for it for me because I'm fixing to sell it. But I thought, when I first started getting these, it's like, you know, I really liked the first few I got. I made a list. I started going out trying to get them all. And then other companies started putting these movies out as well. And I started realizing I was double dipping on a lot of this shit. And I said, I'm done with that. So the 101s had to go. I've sold about 7 or 8 of my 101 Black Labels. And this is a fantastic fucking release, but you know, I got it on 4K. I don't need the Blu-ray. I'm never gonna watch the Blu-ray again.
Yep.
You know,
part 2 is going to be coming to 4K this Christmas, most likely from Scream Factory.
Right.
But why have it?
Yeah. So like I said, I hung on this for a while. I finally said, you know, it's got to go. No reason for it to be on the shelf, so it's out of here. Like it's a fantastic release, though. I give it to them.
It's a great company, 101.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it really is. I'm not shit on the company at all. It's just I don't need 2 copies of, you know, I had 5 or 6 of the movies from other labels.
I still think that Memento Blu-ray Steelbook set from them is one of the best releases we had in the last 10 years. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a boutique release.
That's an awesome. That was staying in the collection. All right, let's get caught up here. All right, Sculptor says Air customer service is the worst. They can teach a thing or two to Amazon.
Like Amazon could teach a thing or two to Arrow.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, just don't tell me that my set's fucked up or, you know, whatever. It's like, why haven't I complained before? You know, there's a problem here. And listen, I get it. You spent the money or whatever, but it shouldn't have. If this was Synapse, for instance, it would have never went out like that. They would have canceled the whole if they couldn't make it look good, they had to cancel the whole fucking release. Yeah. It's got to at least look better than the previous release for me.
Mm-hmm. Aaron says, this is what I deal with day in, day out at my day job, disputes and whatnot.
Oh, that's a hell of a job.
Yeah. I do customer service for IT stuff, whatever. And all people call me are people that are having problems, people that are pissed off.
Yeah.
My computer ain't working. Make it work. It's all my fault. Give them heck, Brad.
I gave him a lot more than heck. Let's put it that way.
Cindy says, have you ever ordered from Deep Discount? Many times.
Deep
I have
Discount
no-
is owned by a parent company called Direct to You. They own
Yeah.
several distribution physical media companies. It's out of Kentucky, so Blow It Out of here. A bunch of different companies are Deep Discount, but yeah, they do pretty well. Pretty good company. Check out a company called Bull Moose, Sydney. Bull Moose. They
Yep.
do. They have a rewards program that's really good, and they're similar to Deep Discount, but they have actual physical stores too. I like Bull Moose a lot. I like the rewards program.
Yeah, I bought from them a few times. There's another one. I'm drawing a fucking blank, Brad. There's another one that's kind of like the Deep Discount.
I know what you're thinking
We
of.
ordered from them many times.
Movies Unlimited. Movies Unlimited, is that
Yes,
it?
yes. I think that's it.
That's
I get a
another
catalog
one.
from them like every quarter.
You can get really good deals on Movies Unlimited as well. You
Yeah.
just got to find their discount codes. They put a new discount code every month. It's a good company too.
Yeah. Yeah, Sarah said her mom got the Naked Gun steelbook. That's a nice looking steelbook. Eric said the Fog is on eBay too. I'll be toss price by $1 every time. There you go. Get a deal. Cindy says my go-to online storage are Hamilton Books, Deep Discount, and Keno Lorber. I love Hamilton Books, man.
Hamilton Books is hard to beat, and you can set notifications. Let's say you want some stuff on their site, you can put it in your watch list and set notifications when the price goes to where you want to pay for it, and then just go back and buy it then.
Yeah.
Because they're all about liquidating titles there. They're eventually the price is going to they're either going to sell out or the price is going to go down to where you want to pay.
Yeah, if you get lucky, you can find some boutique titles on there for $5.
Yeah,
they have a lot of Screen Factory Shout Select titles on there for $5 the other day.
You can find stuff that's really out of print that they just got a shipment of, and they just fucking put it on there and got rid of it.
Yep, it's a good site. Aaron said I bought the first 4K Shining Steel they put out, the yellow one, and then I finally cracked it open. It was past the return period and long sold out. Hidden behind the J card.
Oh,
that was caved in. That sucks.
Yeah,
I bought the fucking season 1 of fucking House of the Dragon. I just got to rewatch Game of Thrones for the second time. I finally broke down and bought House of the Dragon steelbook, whatever. I cracked that bitch open, the digital codes inside. I have a Voodoo account. I went and put it in my Voodoo account because all my kids around the country, everybody watches my Voodoo. I went and put the code in. Motherfucker expired December 2024. How the fuck would a digital code expire?
I know.
That pissed me off. That goddamn is $22 to buy the digital format.
That sucks.
I got fucked on that deal. But I was pissed. I had like 3 different times. Surely that ain't right. Every time, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, over and over again.
And I was like, fuck, I'll just go buy it because my son who lives in Colorado was wanting to watch it. Yeah. So I fucking went to go put it in, whatever. And it's like, they had $22 fucking. Goddamn. I'm holding the code in my hand, expired. God damn. Yeah. Hate shit like that. Tony said, this is why I opened these steelbooks day one.
No.
Yeah. I learned that lesson the hard way too. And Sarah says, you haven't learned lesson from, Scholar says, I rarely buy steelbooks. They don't travel well.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still keeping up with the 101 Films Black Label with those number spines. I can't quit yet. Yeah, the number spines, me and Tony's got the same disease, whatever. If something's got a number on it, fucks me up. Yeah. It fucks me up.
I totally get it. The collector's mindset. I totally get it, but yeah.
Tony's like patient. He's like patient zero for that. It'll take a while to get that out of his blood, for sure.
Yeah. And I still got a few of the MVD rewinds and the Shout Selects of those number spines. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to break those. Wild Wrangler says, Pops, it would be dull if everybody liked the same film. Absolutely.
Yeah,
I agree. Like, I don't fucking knock anybody for what they like, but we all ain't got to like the same shit. And I've tried to like that Jallo shit, whatever. And I shouldn't say Jallo shit. I've tried to like Jallo movies, Jello, whatever the fuck it's called. It ain't my thing.
Hey, my favorite film is Dawn of the Dead, and Brad hates it. So
yeah.
That's why I put it up just to piss Brad off.
It doesn't piss me off, man.
I don't hate Dawn of the Dead, but I'm one of the guys that definitely likes the remake better.
Yeah, no, I totally get it. Yeah, everybody likes their own shit, man.
Yeah,
I'm like, is Night of the Living Dead? Is that gay now? Is that just like people don't like that movie anymore? Like, I don't know what it is. Like, if you're a Night of the Living Dead fan, and then you go into Dawn of the Dead, and it's like that first act, I'm like, I'm on board.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on board. They're trying to get society. Like, there's like militias forming and shit in the woods, and it's like those hillbillies in PA are fucking drinking beers and shooting zombies, I'm like, yeah, I'm into this. And it's like, then it goes to the mall, and it's like just all the wind for me goes out of the movie when they go to the mall, and they try to do things to liven it up. But for me, that's where it drives off the cliff for me. And I know that's like the iconic parts. I get it, the mall, but they try to maybe recapture the day with the isolated. I don't know, but I for some reason it doesn't bother me in the remake though. I love the remake, so I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I'll die on that hill. Like I've tried.
No,
I've
there's quite a few people that
times.
are like that. I love the Dead trilogy. No, I thought, yeah, to each their own, man.
I like Day a lot more than I like Dawn.
Yeah.
But again, I don't know. Like if it was a road movie, Dawn of the Dead was a road movie, and they didn't go to that fucking mall, I guarantee you I'd like it a lot more. Because I like the Crazies. That's one of the few Romero movies I have, and it's like that's what I wanted. I wanted, them. Now they're on the run from the zombies or something.
Yeah.
Not let's hunker down or whatever.
Brad, didn't you do a short, put Benny Hill music to the?
Yeah, I remixed it. Yeah. And it works.
It works
really well.
I love Brad's hatred for Dawn of the Dead. It's great.
It's the whole thing.
Sarah's there to something to buy some steelbooks from Amazon and Walmart. Good deal. Well, now Trini, want to hear me tell your fortune. Trini,
they don't have gypsies in Estonia.
So he says, thanks, Brad. I'm checking Bull Moose out right now.
Man. You can get some, and like I said, if you get in the rewards program, it works out pretty well.
Yeah. I don't let spine numbers bother me. They don't get me with that shit. Yeah, I wish I could say that.
Well, I mean, people don't know. Scholar has a channel too, and he's got he's like a Tony-sized collection.
Really?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I had a steelbook look like someone stepped on it.
Yeah, I hate that.
Brad hates Don ?
I would say that's probably accurate.
Good Lord, you both like Zack Snyder. I don't hate Zack Snyder. I like the Dawn of the Dead remake.
I like the 3 or 4 of his movies, Zack Snyder for sure.
The Dawn remake is mid for me, 5 to 10. Original is 10 to 10. Yeah, like I said,
I'd go.
I would go probably the opposite.
The opposite.
I don't mind the original Dawn. I've watched it many, many times. I bought that real nice set. Sold it. But I've sold it when I started doing all this crazy shit, whatever. But I had it on my shelf for forever. I mean, I'm a fan of the movie, but it's not. If I'm going to watch one of the movies, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be the remake before I watch the original.
I'd watch the Night. I like the Night remake more than.
I love the 990. It's great, man.
With that new cut
4K.
We're getting a new cut on 4K this year. That's going to be hard to beat for release of the year. If it is what Tom Savini says it is, it's going to be great.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, mark it there. All right, what you got, Brett?
This is a release I've had forever, had it sealed. This was definitely, I'm not so big on nostalgia like so many people are in the physical media. I do have nostalgia for things, basket case and whatnot, but this was on, like, I rented this like 10 times when I was a kid. And somehow, like, I got away with it because it's a doll on the cover, but Dolly Dearest from Vinegar Syndrome. This one's factory sealed. I bought this twice by mistake. I pulled an Allen, and this one's just been sealed, sitting in a fucking tote. And I watched it. I like it. Do I like it enough to keep it? No. That's where it comes out on this. So I still enjoy the movie. It is a really premier killer doll movie, but that's not saying anything. They're just generally not great. But you have the age-old story of a abandoned doll factory in the middle of nowhere, Mexico, right next to an ancient Mayan ruin, of course. And evil demon release escapes the ruin and inhabits a factory full of dolls. Sure, you've seen it before, but this time it's really fun, and the doll is really creepy and effective. But it's just not going to stay for obvious reasons. And this next one, I do think there'll be a better release. I'm not sure if I'll pick it up. It's a movie I definitely like a lot, and it's the U.S. release, as Alan would put it, with real actors. Funny Games, the Michael Haneke American remake, shot for shot. I do enjoy this one a lot better, a lot bigger budget, a lot better actors. But again, I rewatched it recently. I'm like, I don't know that I need this. And if I don't know that I need this, it's time for it to go. Plus, I do think there will be a 4K down the line. Maybe I'd revisit it then. But this one, I think, is going to be a better release. I'm not sure if I'll pick it up. It's a movie I definitely like a lot, and it's the U.S. release, as Alan would put it, with real actors. Funny Games, the Michael Haneke American remake, shot for shot. But again, I rewatched it recently. I'm like, I don't know that I need this. And if I don't know that I need this, it's time for it to go. Plus, I do think there will be a 4K down the line. Maybe I'd revisit it then. But I really enjoy this movie. It takes place in the Hamptons. Super rich people, either the Hamptons or Martha's Vineyard, either way, super rich people, and they're kind of isolated. And these home invaders come, and it's a home invasion movie with, but it gets really, really dark, and they literally play games with them, and definitely not a happy ending, not a fun watch. But I still enjoy it. Tim Roth and Naomi Watts. It's a good one. Like I said, I don't know that I need to keep it, and that kind of tells me everything I need to know. If I know that if I'm holding it and I'm thinking, is this going in the keep pile or not, for more than just 2 seconds, then it's probably not going to be kept. But you guys seen this one, the remake of Funny?
Oh yeah.
I haven't seen the remake, but I do love home invasion films. I've seen the original one.
If you've seen the original, you've seen the remake. Exactly the same movie, but better actors, better everything.
Yeah, for me, this is so I peruse Vinegar Syndrome, pick up the releases most of the time just to resell. I don't open a lot of the releases because I wait until they go out of print or that sort of thing. This is one I thought that was going to go out of print and actually be worth something. It's not. I got screwed. There's a number of times that's happened. With the, I mean, Aaron would know the Halloween Steelbook box set from Best Buy, the exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
We bought a bunch of those and to flip them, and it didn't work out in our favor. But this one is from Vinegar Syndrome. I did pick this up because people were talking about it, and it's Slumber Party Massacre. So yeah, I'm not a fan of Slumber Party Massacre, but I thought that maybe I could make a few bucks off of it. Maybe I'm wrong.
What's a 4K from Screen Factory now, right?
No, this one was a Blu-ray. So this is the AGFA. The AGFA stuff actually sells pretty good on eBay. I have some titles, some AGFA titles that have sold pretty well, but this one for whatever reason really hasn't picked up any steam with the.
I think that's I think Screen Factory is putting that 4K out.
Really? Okay.
Because they had the same release. They had one of those site exclusives from Screen Factory. It sold out really fast.
Sorry, the last Slumber Party, not the Slumber Party Massacre.
So it's a different movie. Okay.
Yeah. So this is the shot on video, shot on VHS. Yeah, Slumber Party Massacre. No, I actually enjoy that one, but this one is I don't know. It has its cult following. A lot of the AGFA stuff does, but this is one I'm kicking down the road. And then another shot on video one that I actually really like. I own on DVD. I own the first two on DVD, and this is one I don't need to have on Blu-ray because it's the same release pretty much, and it's Video Violence. I don't know if you guys are fans of any shot on video stuff, but Video Violence, fun movie. 1 and 2 are on this, and I might as well try to get a couple bucks if I can, because it
screams that it would sell for a lot of money.
Yeah, I've already sold mine. I can't remember what I sold it for, but it was good.
Low print numbers kind of thing with
So I mean I have the DVD, it's the DVD that came out in I think like 2010 or something like that, and it looks the same, so I'm fine with the DVD. So this is another one.
All right, so I know this is my channel, but Brad is my business associate, and he takes care of a lot of this planning and stuff. I didn't get the memo that we're supposed to have 10 fucking titles. We usually have 5, and so I don't have 10 fucking titles.
This is episode 5. It's episode 5. We've done this 4 other times.
So the next one I want to show here or whatever, this is another one that whenever they came out with the first one, if memory serves, the first one was Beastmaster. It's the VSU line. It's the nice boxes with the, you got the metal clasp on the side. Great fucking releases. I mean, as far as packaging goes, this is the best packaging Vinegar Syndrome has, and all their packaging is great. Problem is I never would have been like, fuck, I'm so glad I finally got 6-string fucking camera. I didn't know what the fuck this was. I still don't know what the fuck this was. I hadn't took time to watch it yet. But not something that I watched the trailer. The trailer looks super fucking weird. I am gonna watch it eventually before I get ready to make a decision on it or not. But the point of this one here is that I'm now off the VSU line. I got Beastmaster. I'm a huge fucking Beastmaster fan. I grew up on that movie. That's gonna stay in the collection forever. And then they go a few more deep and they come out with fucking Showgirls. And I'm like, fuck. I had them all and I buy fucking Showgirls. I've now sold Showgirls. At one time I had 2 copies of Showgirls of this fucker. I had the fucking pink box from Umbrella and this one. So like I said, I no longer own Showgirls. I'm very proud of that. But these VSUs for a collector, I mean, this is a collector's dream, this packaging is. You know, looks great on the shelf. Everything about it's great. Problem is there's like Daryl. I never would have bought Daryl. But it was a fucking VSU, so I fucking bought it. I would say I'm probably going to keep about 4 of my VSUs when it's in the fucking day. These resell very well. I don't need every one of them. Another one I got to watch, whatever I hadn't seen since I was a kid, was Southern Comfort. I want to rewatch that to see if it's worthwhile or not. I love the cast. I've seen it once, but I was probably 12. So it's been a long time since I've seen it. I'm gonna rewatch it again and see if it's worth keeping or not. And I'm gonna watch this one. Maybe I like it. I don't know. I like some weird shit. But I watched the trailer and the trailer did not know my fucking name.
That was their first VSU. Right?
Do what?
I think that was their first VSU, isn't it?
No, I want to say Beastmaster was the first.
Yeah, I think Beastmaster. Yeah,
and then this was the second one, I believe.
Yeah,
if memory serves. But yeah, like I said, I only got one to show this round, whatever. But the VSU is a big one because these fuckers they ain't cheap.
God damn it! You have to show 2. Those are the rules.
Okay, well, my next one is 16 Samurai. There, we're done.
I'll just hit the end button. The end of this.
Real quick, what's your favorite VSU title pops? Is it are you a Roadhouse guy or I mean?
Fuck yeah, I'm a Roadhouse guy.
Okay.
I'm a Roadhouse fucking super freak.
Okay,
on my channel, I got a fucking video comparing the new one to the old one.
Oh,
I'm a Roadhouse fucking super freak, dude. That will never leave my collection.
If you hear you hear his accent one time, you know he's a big fan of Roadhouse.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
I couldn't remember. I mean, I've seen so many guys' shows, but I mean, there's so many movies out there, man.
I probably watched Roadhouse 4 times in theaters when it first came out, man. I've always loved that movie. That's Sam Elliott's best role, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But
when I think of pops, I think of I think of Rocky. Because I know you like Rocky and you like Jaws, and then for Brad, I think he hates Dawn of the Dead, so that's all I.
That's all that matters, bro.
I'll take that.
All right, let's catch up on the chat here.
Burt Reynolds, anything Burt Reynolds, you'll get Alan.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I can watch Smokey the Bandit anytime you want to watch it. But more so for Jackie Gleason than for Burt Reynolds in that movie. I love Jackie Gleason today. I can watch that motherfucker all day long.
It took a greasy Italian New Yorker to play the greatest Southern character in the history of cinema.
And he fucking killed it.
He killed it 100%.
A barbecue sandwich and a Dr. Pepper. I'm in a goddamn hurry.
I'm in a goddamn hurry.
Smitty talks a lot of shit, to be fair, though. There it says.
True.
Oh, yeah.
But
absolutely.
it's confirmed. I think it's Grindhouse Releasing that's doing it.
Is he talking about the night remake?
Really?
That's what I heard. I believe. I'm not 100% on that, but I believe that's what I heard. Grindhouse Releasing is doing. And they do great work if it is them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing though. Michael Pitt is great.
I mean, if they do Grindhouse, if Grindhouse Releasing does do Night 90, you think it's going to be the same set as the fuck is that goddamn Fulci movie that just came out?
Beyond.
Beyond. Is it going to be the same 7?
I hope. I mean,
I would hope so.
I love Night 90. It's one of my favorite films of horror films of all time. So yeah. Hopefully.
And I finally got in my collection, whatever. I guess it's Umbrella. I think had it.
I think it's Umbrella.
Yeah.
And Sony has theirs as well, but I think the Umbrella one.
Maybe now that you're saying that, maybe it is a studio release. Okay. Sony does love physical media.
Yeah.
So I don't really know, but I heard again that's what he said. It's going to be the correct cut. It's going to be as close as it could be to what I envisioned.
Yeah.
Which is the first time it's ever happened in a gore cut of it.
Aaron's saying a bunch. He says like one. I guess y'all bought a bunch of the Halloween
sets.
Well, he bought multiple. I bought one.
Yeah.
One extra one. Yeah.
Slumber Party Massacre is overrated.
I get them all. I get them mixed up. There's just so
Yeah, I
many
do too.
with the name, similar name.
And that was the only double feature I actually didn't own. I actually got a bootleg of that one double feature because that double feature was fucking going for ridiculous money, like $400.
Oh yeah.
And so I finally found somebody. I think it was Sloppy Seconds. I found a really good bootleg of it, and so I just threw that in with the rest of the double features. I was done. So, see, this is my goal is to get every drama, mystery, suspense, thriller movie, and nothing else on DVD.
Yep,
that's a goal, man. That's a ton of them.
He's
I bet you got a shitload of them already. You always throw some shit I ain't never heard of.
He's on his way for sure.
Yeah. City's got some good recommendations though. Tony says, "I'll take a Halloween collection steelbook for 50% off retail." Hey, what's going on, buddy? Tony says, "I bought 2 and sold the second one quickly." All right, so I got 3 movies. I have limited to get titles. Scholar says, "Not a fan of shot on video stuff." I'm not gonna say I'm a fan, but every once in a while I run across one that's just a ton of goddamn fun. Have you seen Suburban Sasquatch?
No,
I shouldn't
even watch it.
Even say this, but that movie is fucking putrid, dude.
Okay,
but but those movies are supposed to be.
Yeah.
You want to watch one that's fun, and that movie's fun. It's so fucking bad that you just laugh your ass off the whole movie.
Visual vengeance is the line, but what was the one with the floating
Necrophiles?
Necrophiles.
That's number 1. That's an Oscar winner.
That's hilarious.
Shot on fucking video. Necrophiles is fucking hilarious. The first time you see that flying fucking baby doll going down the road going 100 miles an hour, goddamn dude, I fucking died.
Yeah,
so
it might be a commentary on my channel, so
that
we'll
would
see.
be a perfect commentary.
Oh man, I love Necrophiles. But Necrophiles and Suburban Sasquatch are top of the list for me right now. Top of my head, anyway. There's others.
I'll put those on the list.
Yeah,
I think the masturbating gunman shot on video. That's also excellent.
That was a funny goddamn watch along. Was
That's
a
watch along movie for your channel?
Goddamn, dude. That was a lot of fun. I ain't never seen a movie like that before. It's fucking crazy. Let's see. Basement Blues says, Tony says Southern Comfort holds up. Yeah, was Powers Booth? There's a couple other big stars in it. I don't remember the cast, but I remember it was a good cast. Six String Samurai sucks. I saw it long before VS put it out. So happy I managed to avoid that shit. Yeah. Train says, I have 1 foot out the door when it comes to collecting. The passion is not there anymore. I understand, man. It's it happens.
Everything comes to an end.
Yep.
Sarah says, I've been getting more slip covers so I can show them off. Nice. I knew I liked Scolder. Yeah, Smokey the Man, my favorite.
Off, Daddy.
Yeah.
What's the line?
What's that?
My hat flew off, Daddy.
Hook your goddamn head was in it. Yeah. There ain't no way you can come from my loins. When I get home, I'm gonna kick your mama square in the butt. Oh, so fucking good. Oh, all right.
I'd appreciate it if you didn't curse in front of my young son. Now, fuck off.
It's always I remember watching it in the drive-in when I was a kid. Yeah, man. All right. Wild Rose says, great film, Tony. Awesome. Aaron says, it can be extra when you never wanted to own it to begin with.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's about what they took from me, 50%. Love all those car movies from the 70s and 80s. Smokey and the Bandit Convoy, Vanishing Point, Dirty Mary, Crazy Larry, Gone in 60 Seconds. Yeah, those some good ones.
Yeah. I love Dirty Mary, Crazy Larry. That's
the
fantastic.
Car. I think it's The Car. Screen Factory put it out. That was a good one.
Yeah.
What's the Jaws movie Steven Spielberg did with the truck?
Duel, yeah.
Duel was a lot of fun, too. I like Duel. If you haven't seen The Car, man, The Car don't get talked about a whole lot. It's I didn't know nothing about it until Screen Factory put it out, but Car was solid.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. The Convoy. The Accountant 2, your thoughts? I still haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. I like the first one, never saw the sequel.
Yeah. I probably won't see it in theaters. I'll wait till it comes out and watch it somewhere.
All right, the last two for this video. I remember really liking this movie, and I watched. I saw a short on the Revival House where Riverman had pulled Halloween 6 out. And he goes, "Let me tell you about this movie," and you just expect it's going to be the typical '80s bro. That's what I'm calling them now. '80s bro. It's like, God damn, this is the best movie ever. God, I'll tell you what, fucking the '80s was the best. Riverman pulls it out, builds it up, and goes, "Let me tell you, this movie fucking sucks. It's a piece of shit. I can't believe I even liked this movie before." It's important to rewatch this stuff. That's the point I'm making. Check in on these movies every once in a while and see if you even still like the fucking thing.
Yeah.
And that's what happened here. My girl picked this up for me, and I asked for it, and she wanted to watch it. I was like, "Oh, listen, if you don't want to keep it, I'll keep it." And blah blah. She got it for me, and I watched it again, and I was like, "This movie's fucking garbage. It's a mess."
Oh man.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense if you're watching it. And I tell you what, probably burned me the most on it is I watched the new William Friedkin commentary. It was the worst commentary I have ever heard in my life.
Really?
All he's talking about is the consultant for this movie and how he was so great and how it affected him, and like the boots they bought together. It's just this is the worst. And the movie just for whatever reason did not hold up at all for me. And it has to go. I cannot keep it. I told her, I said, "Listen, I'll give it back to you." And she's like, "I don't fucking want it. Get rid of it." And Kino, great. It's a great scan.
Yeah.
It's got some good features on it. I can't say anything wrong with the release. Just the movie did not hold up for me at all. First of all, I don't even want to get too deep in the weeds. Tommy Lee Jones is like 100 years old, and he's going running through the woods after an able-bodied fucking Navy SEAL assassin. Tommy Lee Jones has never killed anybody. This character has never killed anybody. He has no training with firearms whatsoever. He's just a survivalist in the woods, and he goes and hunts down this grown-ass man who's 35 to 45 years younger than him and stabs him to death in a knife fight. I don't need to go further. I'm not going to go further. I hope people like it. It's a good release. It's a good company. The movie did not hold up for me at all. And this last one here, is the complete series for Breaking Bad, including the limited edition steelbook for El Camino.
We need to talk about that one. I don't have that.
This is the best TV show ever. Favorite best. I'm a Sopranos guy. That's my favorite. This is the best TV show ever, in my opinion.
Yep.
Maybe it gets a 4K. Maybe it doesn't get a 4K. But I can tell you one thing about this show. I will never not be able to find this fucking show. It's everywhere. It's never going away. If I want to watch it, I can watch it. This is about 35 pounds worth of shit in my hand, it feels like. I don't need this. But if I ever wanted to buy it again, I definitely can get it again. The movie's just kind of okay. It is a Breaking Bad movie. I did like it. But I've been through the show again since, and I didn't watch the movie. So that kind of tells me about it. This steelbook's very out of print, very expensive. So I'm going to sell the whole set together and move on with it. And if there's a 4K release down the road, because like Game of Thrones has got a 4K release, the best shows ever, I think, will get 4K releases. I definitely consider picking it up again on 4K, but right now I don't feel like I need this. I've seen the show probably through 4 times. And again, if I wanted to watch it, I can definitely find it. So for me, it's going to move on. I'm going to take whatever the $150 I get for this and probably buy more shit with it, as the year goes on. But that's part of my collection. My style is more like, am I going to like the obscure stuff that I really like? That's the stuff I'll definitely not get rid of, because when you're going to get another release, we don't know yet. Like if it's like, say you're a big fan of Martin. We may have seen the last release of Martin.
Yeah.
That second sight 4K may be the end of the line, and that's fine. It's a good release. But one day there may not be another release of Martin.
Yeah.
And this show, on the other hand, I feel like there will be more releases. There will be maybe a 4K, and if not, I guarantee you I could find the fucking thing streaming. Or
you can find it at Goodwill if you want. I mean,
probably.
They're pretty readily available. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I grabbed that Money Barrel Breaking Bad.
That's a great.
That was a paying for purchase. But I had to have that bitch. That's my favorite show. I'm like you. I go back and forth with that and The Sopranos. Pound for pound, Breaking Bad is my favorite show of all time.
It's a great show.
Yeah.
Perfect ending.
Well, yeah, I mean, no, Breaking Bad's great. Of course, Quantum Leap is my favorite.
Nothing will ever be Quantum
MASH, Quantum Leap, MASH.
And MASH.
But,
Are you secretly
Yeah.
90?
yeah, I am.
But those shows are great, man. 50 fucking years ago.
You think you're insured this morning?
Yeah, I'm pretty old.
Oh, dude, I watched Quantum Leap religiously back in the day, man. It was a great show.
Make sure
Yeah,
you eat something with your back pill tonight.
Yeah, I know, right? More nostalgia when it comes to that. But okay, it's funny how Brad was talking about something I was going off on my channel about how much I thought it was a piece of shit because it's actually in my pile. So I will talk about Halloween 6. I mean, this movie sucks. I don't know. Some people like it a lot. The producer's cut especially is terrible. But
The cut that everybody favors.
yes, I've had this thing. I think I got this back when Best Buy had it come out in like 2013 or it was back in the day. And then went out of print for a long time. And of course, I'm probably not gonna need anything for this because of course they have the Scream Factory release out. But
Well, Scream Factory, you had to buy the big box to get all get all three of them.
I do own that, which I won't sell that off just because, I mean, when it comes to Halloween, I mean, I can't really, break those apart, but I'll break like different directors apart if I don't like the films. But yeah, this one I'm getting rid of. And then the second one it's funny. It comes full circle because it comes back to Romero and it comes back to, I like Dawn of the Dead's my favorite film, but this film just sucks. And it just came out from Vinegar Syndrome just released it, and it's The Dark Half. I hate this film.
Oh, it's like a
Terrible.
Stephen King movie.
Yes. A lot of people love it, which I totally, to each their own, but who's it? Timothy Hutton's in it. I can't stand that guy. I think he's a terrible
He's in there
actor.
twice. It's Garrett.
Yes. I just everything about this film I can't stand. I don't know if I hate this more than Monkey Shines. It's pretty close, but it's funny how you have a director where you love something so much when it comes to somebody, and then you hate something so much when it comes to another director. The same director, but
That sucks because I haven't seen that movie in so long, and
Yeah.
they just released. Who just put it out?
Vinegar Syndrome. Yeah.
And I went back and forth, and I said, "Fuck it," I ordered it. And
Yeah.
I haven't seen that movie in probably 15 years.
You might like it.
Maybe.
I mean, I can't. I never liked it, man. So it's
Yeah.
some people love it. So it's just my opinion, my
I'll
taste.
see how it hits me. Like I said on a rewatch.
And I don't know who put this out. This is Eureka put this out. So I got this a while back, and yeah, I'm getting rid of that one. But that's my second one.
Alan does not have a final round.
I don't have a final round. I will go out on a final note though. Instead of doing a round. If anybody is looking to sell movies, get rid of movies, figure out how to do it, just fucking do it. Don't keep a bunch of shit on yourself you're not going to watch. Get rid of shit to put shit on that shelf you're going to watch. That's the premise of all this. I'm more guilty than probably most people because I bought tons and tons of shit, whatever that I literally either didn't watch or watched and just put it back on the shelf and let it just collect dust. And it's one of the best feelings in the world to come in here and look at this collection, or have somebody come in this room and look at my collection, and I could justify each thing on the shelf. I ain't quite there yet. I still got some shit on my shelf, but I'm getting better. And this back wall down, I could almost go through this whole back wall, and everything on this back wall pretty much has stayed at this point. I got a long shelf on the wall here that still got a bunch of shit on it, but this back wall is pretty much set what it's going to be. It's still a mess back there, but it's those are all my movies, and it's a good feeling.
Oh yeah, it's a beautiful feeling. Absolutely.
It's satisfying is the word, but putting that keep stuff together is the fun part. You're like, oh yeah, I ain't get rid of this. This is not going anywhere. That's the fun part. And yeah, I would just pair it with Alan's saying, yeah, definitely just do it. Get it together, do it, get yourself some packing supplies, get ready, and sell some shit. Because there's always going to be more releases coming out. There's always going to be more things. Your favorite movie is going to get another release, and you're like, oh fuck, I want to get that. You know, there's going to be a new Dawn of the Dead coming out that you have to buy, and it's going to be $100. The future, the prices just keep going up. So you might as well get rid of the bulk, the stuff you don't need, the releases you've already upgraded. Get them out of there. Get them moving.
Doesn't make you any less of a collector. So, I mean, yeah absolutely.
And people who think that it does, well, fuck them. Hit the unfollow button. They disappear forever. And if they see you at a convention, they want to start talking shit, you punch them right in the face. Aim for the soft spots.
Brad's our PR guy, in case you didn't know. Oh, man. So, I'm going to read out the chat here, guys. If you guys got anything else, let me know. If not, we'll jump on out of here.
Yeah. Reminder, go over to Revival House, hit the subscribe button, check out their videos, check out the video me and Alan just did over there with those guys. Great channel, great guys.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll be on more. So, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I promise next time my camera will be right, dude. Just don't look at me on this fucking stream last night because I looked oversensitized. I looked fake like I was bad AI or something.
You look like
you're all good, man. No worries.
You have the complexion of Paul Bearer during the fucking stream.
And the whole fucking time I'm on the stream last night, I'm sitting there with my right hand just fucking with settings, trying to get it right. And as soon as we fucking went off the air, I found the button and it got fixed. I got Brad to jump back on. I was looking at my camera. Is it looking all right? He said, yeah, it was great. Fuck. Tony says, Dirty Mary, Crazy Larry at the drive-in also.
Great movie.
I don't think I've ever seen that one. I need to put that on my list. I don't think I've ever seen that one. I know the movie, but I don't think I've ever seen it. Sydney says, movie recommendations: Return to Paradise, 2006, drama thriller directed by Joseph Rubin, Vince Vaughn, and is a Hesh. I always say her name wrong. Joaquin Phoenix, probably my favorite actor overall. Sacrificing Life and Death at Any Cost. Sydney's rated 4 or 5. Strong rating for him.
I haven't seen that, but have you ever seen Sydney? Have you ever seen The Life of David Gale? The Life of David Gale with Kevin Spacey.
Yeah.
If Sydney hasn't seen that, that's right up your alley. The Life of David Gale.
Breaking Bad is second behind. There's the hot take of the night. It's second behind Quantum Leap. Now I love Quantum Leap.
Yeah.
Really disagree on that one, buddy. Scars, I try not to shit on my shelves. Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I've seen your haul videos. Just saying.
I thought you were just playing pocket pool. No, it was aggravating me. I'm very OCD, and it was like, God damn, I couldn't get it right.
Well, I just let it go. It's not like I brought it up or anything.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought it to the forefront. Then it really started fucking with me.
Stop everything.
Tony in the chat's even fucking with me. Come on.
Stop everybody. Stop everything and point out how shitty it looks.
So I was going to the beach, so make sure you wear sunblock, because white as I was on the screen. Which is totally understandable given the eye candy you had in front of you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Giving yourself credit there, Aaron.
So this is Brad. Yeah, great movie.
Yeah,
I have
much. Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, yeah, Todd, thank you for being on, man.
Yeah,
I think we do this more often.
Great, man.
So,
and all the regular guys will be back. It's just like there's not so many people that are selling right now, and it's like Steve would be here, but Steve's not selling shit. He's hoarding, and Johnny's super fucking busy. It's just whenever guys are available, we do them. So it'll be more. Whatever we do next, there'll be more.
Yeah, we're still working on the next top 5. That'll be coming soon. Yeah, man, if you guys don't have anything else, we're going to jump on out of here.
Yep, hit the button. We're good.
Y'all enjoy the rest of your weekend. Everybody be safe. See y'all next time.
Later on.